So we earned almost $1,500 in dividends this last year. So I want to break it all down with which platforms I'm using, how much I have in each portfolio, and pretty much how this is all going to break down for us. So what I want to do is actually hop over on the computer so you guys can see this in real time. So what we're going to do is actually swap right over here. And I'm going to take you to my dividend tracker. Now, I actually put this together myself. So if you haven't seen the videos on this channel before, or haven't really followed along before, this is my dividend tracker. Let me actually zoom out just a tiny bit here for a second. Let's see if I can actually get it a little bit this way. So this is my dividend tracker. It is actually off screen a little bit. There we go. So you can see here, I put this together. You can see the total months. I'll zoom in here in just a second too, so you can see it a little bit closer. But just from an outside perspective, we have the months, the years, and then like some graphs to kind of get an idea of what things look like. This is both my M1 Finance and Vanguard put together. You could see the average I'd make every single month, the total dividends I've actually earned, and then you can see right here towards the center, if I can actually zoom in a little bit. You can see my annual dividends, and it's $1,444.89. So let's talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about where all this money is coming from, what I'm kind of invested in, and then kind of break a little bit more of this down, because I love talking about dividends on this channel. I love kind of going over these numbers. I know some people are not as big of a fan of dividends as I am, but they do get me really excited to invest and to keep on investing, because I always tell people the hardest part about investing is staying consistent. So let's kind of break some of this down. If you are also, by the way, interested in getting this dividend income tracker, you can go ahead and check out the notes down below. I'll actually give this away for free. You just sign up for my emails, which I send out like 4 or 5 a year, not too many. But you just essentially get updates on little pieces of information there. But you'll also get this, which is really, really nice. So as I mentioned, we made $1,444.89, so close to almost $1,500, which is really, really cool. I'm pretty sure this number that I'm looking at right here, let me switch my mouse over. So this growth percentage right over here, just make sure it's on screen. This is D22. Yeah. So this is actually comparable for last year. So this, the amount that we earned for 2021 is actually a 50% growth from what we earned in 2020. Which is really exciting. Gets me really pumped to be seeing, what the potential is for 2022, 2023, and beyond as well too. So you can see here, like we talked about, the average about $120 every single month. But this is with all of my portfolios combined. So we have M1 Finance and we have Vanguard. So Vanguard I house my retirement account with, and then M1 Finance is just the brokerage account that I have for my individual stocks. So that one I'm actually going to be able to showcase here in just a second. So you can see the companies I'm invested in. With Vanguard as well too, it's just some of the most popular ETFs. Well, they're technically mutual funds, but ETFs like VOO, VOOG, and some of the other ones as well too. You can see if we actually, can I clear that up? Cool. So you can see here, this last quarter for 2021, we made over $441. So a huge chunk of what we earned in the last year actually came in the last quarter, which is really, really nice. And then if we actually scroll up here, let me click there. So if we scroll up and look at these numbers for 2021, you can see a pattern where the third month in every single quarter is the bigger one, and that's because that's where my retirement gets paid out, which is once every quarter. So that one is obviously skewed a little bit, but it's still nonetheless coming in every single quarter at a really good rate, and they seem to be increasing really nicely, because if we actually break this down a little bit more, let's see if I can zoom in just a tiny bit more for us here. All right, so had a little issue there. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more here for us so we can kind of get a little bit closer with these numbers here. So you can see here for 2021, I believe you can see on the screen here, all of the 2021. So from January all the way down to December. So you can see here, right over here. So the March payout was $261, and then June was $275, and then September was $305. So these are the months that include the Vanguard. All the rest of the months are my M1 Finance, which is my portfolio that's still building. And then you can see that December is 370. So really nice upticks every single quarter here for those last months. And then even every regular month, we saw some really good increases, except for this month to this month right here, which are comparables. That's because I sold some dividend paying stocks and kind of moved some stuff around early in the year. But after that, everything kind of stayed the same. And then you can just see these numbers starting to increase from their comparables the quarter prior. So really, really happy about that. If we actually look at what we made in 2020, like I said, it was 963 to the now 1,444. So really nice increases. I take all that money and I reinvest it back into the portfolio. So it just kind of gets, put back into the system and continues to grow as well. What I'm going to do is actually switch over to M1 Finance, which is where I have my regular portfolio. This is nicely named Dividend Dentist. Currently, right here, you can see that we are at 68,188. So this is a pretty big growth here over the last little while on this portfolio since I believe one of my most recent videos. So you'll definitely see an increase if you've watched previous content. So what I like to do is kind of go here and just kind of break this down a little bit. So you can see for the day, we were down a little bit. For the month, we're actually up almost 1,400. For the week, we're up 1,400. For the month, we're up almost 1,900. The quarter, 6,500. And then the last year, almost $11,500. So with this one, we obviously are earning some dividends. We have 21 positions. Not every single one that I have in this stock portfolio is a dividend paying stock. So just something to keep in mind, because we are going to have companies like Airbnb, Tesla, Google, Amazon don't pay out dividends. And then we do have some companies that pay lower than average dividends than, some of the bigger companies out there that are paying, 3-4%. So we have companies like Ross or even Apple have a very low dividend yield. But I believe in the companies, and also their dividend growth rate is really nice. So hopefully over time, if I have a large enough holding, when they do dividend increases, I will see those have a huge impact because I have so many shares of these companies, or hopefully have a lot of shares of these companies. So these are the 21 companies. I believe they'll all be on screen here because Texas Instruments at the bottom. But yeah, so holding on pretty well, just constantly building up the positions on the companies I have. And then just hopefully, down the road, they are going to increase their dividend payouts and then continue to go from there. I'm going to switch over to a website called Track Your Dividends. I like using this company. This one has a summary of all of my portfolios. So you can see up here, the M1 Finance one right over here. It was updated just a little bit ago. We also got Robinhood. I do a little bit on Robinhood. I kind of just mess around with some stuff. It's more like, I don't want to say play money, but it's a little bit higher risk on there. I don't really focus on dividends at all there. Then I got my Vanguard, and then I got my wife's Roth as well too in Vanguard. So both of those are showing up right here as well. So in total, for my investments, we have $184,404 in investments, and then obviously we got the $1,444 in dividends paid out. You can see here all our overall growth is $48,000 in total, which is really, really nice. I don't believe this includes dividends, which is this number right here. I don't think that includes dividends on that front there, but nonetheless, pretty nice. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, we're going to keep going on with 2022, seeing how that continues to grow as well. And then real quick for Vanguard, just so we can see the different holdings I have here, because I can't log in without showing personal information and having to blur it. So these are the three tickers we have over here. So we have an Explorer fund, we have the Vanguard 500, and then we have the US Growth Fund as well too. So the majority of the fund, I believe, is in the S&P 500 one. So that one, yeah, we have 136 shares into this one at a price point of 442. Oh, sorry, average cost is 256. So you can see that's where a lot of the growth happened. But right there, that's where we're getting a lot of the shares from Vanguard on the holding. And then my wife's is just the S&P 500 and then the growth fund as well too. So majority of that is in the S&P 500 as well. And then I already showed you with M1 Finance all the different holdings we have here as well too. So hopefully that continues to grow. Our yield on cost is 1.27. So right now, over the next year, we should be expecting, if nothing else really changes, about almost $700 in dividends just from M1 Finance. But we also have our Vanguard and we're gonna keep on putting more money into the M1 Finance platform, which is the one I love using the most, especially as a dividend investor. It really gives me great control over allocation, making sure that percentages of where my portfolio is and where I want it to be kind of stay consistent, which is really, really nice, especially even for somebody like myself who enjoys doing investing, but not needing to be detailed in that aspect. It does take care of it, which if you actually do want to check out M1 Finance and support the channel at the same time, I'll have a link for them down below. It does, like I said, support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does usually give you a free nice little sign up bonus for using that link. But the most important thing is you get started with investing and you start going through that process of getting dividends in, getting investments going, and then having those dividends paid out so you can reinvest them and continue to grow even more. So what I want you to do next is get more excited about watching dividend videos. So check out the video right over here that I'll have for you so you can get excited in the process. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.